Hello and welcome to Profit at Night. I'm Anjana Menon. My co-anchors Anisha Nair Dhawan. Anisha, joining us now to talk about the World Cup and cricket tamasha is Ajay Jadeja, former cricketer, Prahlad Kakkar, the ad man, and Shailendra Singh of Percept Holdings. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Prahlad, to you first. How much of a response has the World Cup got in terms of promotions, and is it starting to look like all the money, or most of the money, is really going to go into IPL?
Anjana, it's like this, the World Cup warmed up a little late this year. It didn't have a because they were actually competing for space with the IPL, because both the tournaments are back-to-back. They're both big tournaments. IPL is really a big money spinner as far as India is concerned. And I think that they're offering better advertising rates than, than the World Cup. I think the World Cup, to a certain extent, everybody's balking at, because they're not too sure whether the home team is going to reach the last 8, and if they do, then there'll be a huge rush for the revenue. But until then, everybody's sort of hedging their bets with IPL and thinking that IPL is probably a better product to actually base the advertising on. That's somehow I get that feeling. I'm not too sure. Maybe Shailendra will be able to tell us more about that.
I personally feel, I think these are two different products altogether. I think IPL and World Cup, totally different products, different pricing, different positioning, in my opinion. I think the World Cup is all about pride and passion, and the IPL is all about ROI. And if you've seen that in the past, similar rate structures have happened, similar amount of response from clients have happened. So I personally believe that being a host nation, I think there is enthusiasm in terms of passion by sponsors. But if you really look for ROI, which the advertisers do look for, I think IPL is a solution.
Mr. Shailendra, what do you think about the timing? Most of the time, even when I was in school, these cricket matches would happen closer to exams, and then, it would be a big fight with parents, watching cricket, studying. Do you think that will have an impact on viewership?
I don't think so, to be honest. I mean, look, I think one thing we are ignoring somewhere, while I totally agree with Ajay's point of view, but, the fact of the matter is that the World Cup is being hosted by our nation. We're a cricketing nation. We have a population of 1.4 billion people. I think there's an opportunity lost. We should just look at the event. I mean, of course, there's a debate on 20 over versus 50 overs. But this is a moment of pride. I mean, we are hosting the World Cup in our own backyard. I personally felt like Prahlad appropriately said that we could have used the last 18 months to build up this World Cup. We could have built a lot of opportunities for fans, for viewers, for advertisers, but we didn't do that. We just had about 35 days, 40 days of blitz. And as far as the viewership for exam goers, etc. concerned, I mean, this is all about emotions and pride, in my opinion. I mean, I agree that this could have happened at a better time, but I don't think that's going to affect the viewership, because, I mean, when India is going to play, I mean, for God's sake, I mean, 90% of the viewers would be tuned in, irrespective of exams or actually a kick-ass soap on any channel.
Right. Everyone was saying that after the Modi shenanigans at IPL, life would change for cricketers, life would change for the game, we'll see the money fizzle out. That hasn't happened. Why?
No, I think, I think it's good news for the fact that the amount of cricketers that now are sort of occupied or engaged in cricket in this nation has, got 100-fold. So I personally believe that the fact that we have various different formats of the sport really helps. But I think there should be more opportunity whereby it just goes beyond the top 16 cricketers, and sort of everybody gets more financial opportunities to, get careers out of the sport, which I think, slowly when IPL stabilizes, I think the 3 seasons of IPL have been very interesting. The first one was an inaugural one, second was South Africa, and third was full of controversy. Lalit Modi was sacked in the finals. So I think the 4th IPL is very crucial. It's a big brand for India, big business for India, and a great opportunity for a cricketing nation like us. We are a single sport nation. Let's not forget that. And I think we should seize the opportunity. And that is why I said in the beginning that this World Cup, in my opinion, could have been handled much more better. We could have increased tourism. We could have increased consumerism around this World Cup, which we haven't. But I'm sure still the whole country is pretty much engaged to watch this game.
Thank you for watching from the team at NDTV Profit.